Good morning, it's MaryEllen from the channel MaryEllen After 60. I was just in my dressing room and just brushing my hair, and an idea to do a video came to my mind, and I wanted to talk about some of my very favorite metal objects that I use at my vanity. And I'm going to go ahead and just get started with it. This is a no makeup day. This is mascara and navy eyeliner in the upper waterline. So we're just going to go with that. One of my favorite metal tools is a fingernail clipper. I don't use this as a fingernail clipper. I use this end right here. What I did use it for many years, and I still do, I like to remove lip balm when it won't go up anymore. I like just to use this and get some and apply it to my lips. And I also use it when I apply my Bite Agave lip mask. I just don't like to put things on with my fingers. I just don't. So I take a very small amount and put it on the end of this, and I'll show you. Just a tiny little amount. And apply it this way, and it works. It works really well. It works really well. And I'll tell you what made me think of this with my lip balms. And I don't know if I've shared this story or not, but probably about 7 years ago, I was riding on the train from Carbondale, Illinois to Chicago. I was going to meet a girlfriend there. And I was watching this girl sitting on the train, and she was a student. It was a Thursday. I'm sure she was heading home for the weekend. And I watched her, I just was observing her, and she got in her purse and she got out some chapstick, just regular chapstick. And then she had a little safety pin, and she opened up her chapstick, and she put her safety pin in it and put it on her lips. And it just really made me aware of how much I waste. So especially with my lip balms, I use them all the way up. I try not to be wasteful. My second item that I want to mention is a baby spoon. And I use a baby spoon all the time when I want to get a little product out of a pot. If I want some cream, sometimes I use this in. And again, it is stainless steel, it's non-porous, and it cleans up easily. I am not like, if I have something and I'm going to use it up in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, I'm not afraid to put my fingers in it at all. My hands are clean, and it's going to be used up, because in this day and age they don't have a lot of preservatives in their things, which is a good thing. But speaking of things that are probably loaded with preservatives, I still have my Mary Kay night cream, and I still use it. And how I use it, I use another one of my favorite objects, is I use my daughter's baby spoon. And I'll just go in here and rake off some, and I use it on my elbows, I use it on my feet. I have used it on my lips, but it still smells exactly like the pink, it is the pink night cream from Mary Kay. And I love it. But anyway, that's how I use this, and it also smooths out the top very nicely, and that's just how I use it. Another favorite metal item for me that I really like a lot are the Tweezerman slant tip tweezers. I don't know if you can see the slant tip, but once I came across these, and I know I got these last year, and I know I was on YouTube when I bought them, but for me, they are fantastic about getting every little hair. One thing that some people, you may know this and you may not know it, I would never insult anybody, but you need to kind of clean take just a cloth and squeeze and clean the tips of your tweezers off. I'll tell you what works real well is an alcohol pad. Just take it and wipe it and pull it, and it'll clean up, because if you have just a little bit of dirt on there, it won't grab as easily. Another of my favorite items I use at my vanity are these scissors, and these are rounded, bent slightly, and they were some scissors I purchased when my son was born, and he's going to be 41 years old next month. And what I use these for is I have to sometimes brush up my eyebrows, and they're just perfect to go in and trim the top of it. And then my most favorite of all, and I don't really use it much anymore, but this was my grandmother's. And this is called a comedone extractor. And comedone is the medical term for a blackhead. You hear about comedones or comedones. I don't know if this will show, but this was hers. She was born in the mid-1880s. And so this had to be, I'm guessing, from the 1915 to 1925. And here's what it looks like. It is a little cup at the end. And it's just a teeny tiny metal bowl. And it has a hole in it. And it used to, on this end, was a super, super sharp point. And I guess what they did was they used it to extract pimples and to extract blackheads. But I love it. I do. And even though I don't use it, sometimes what I will do with it is I will just kind of scrape it on the side of my nose. I still have some larger pores there, and sometimes it'll just kind of clean them up, but I don't press. What people use now is something that looks like this. And it works on the same principle. You know, if you have a blackhead, you just press and you pull and it'll extract it. The next item you all may not think of as beauty, but I do, and they're hemostats. And here's what they look like. They look kind of like scissors, but what they're meant for, all nurses know what hemostats are. You clamp on blood, on vessels, on IV tubing, and it stays. So I will have a link below on this. The reason I think of these as beauty is I have a really good friend that's been a nurse for years and years and years, and she was getting ready to give someone a shampoo. And you know how the tops are on things like this, and sometimes it's really hard to grab the little tab and get it off. She just used her pinky like she had done many times and put her fingernail and her finger through it, and she broke her finger, and it caused her tremendous amount of pain. So anyway, I have used these hemostats for a long time, and you can get them now anywhere. So here's some salad dressing. There's a little tiny place you're supposed to grab and pull. I can just put this right there in it, and then look, it just comes right off, and there's no nastiness around it. Susan W., you've got to have these to open up your products, because you and I are the same. I like it neat. I want the whole thing off, and I don't want to have to mess with it. So any of you that have fingernails or have trouble, even like coffee, you know, sometimes it'll have and you pull on it and it comes off in pieces. Well, I just put this on the tab and just twist, and it comes off in one piece. So these are a beauty item for me. And also, Susan W., you caused me to order some new mascara. Speaking of mascara, today I have on my Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I will tell you, it's one of the very first mascaras that have been the same, whether they're in the trial size or the large size. So many times I'll get a sample of something and I think, well, I don't really like this. And then I'll order maybe a gift set, and the mascara comes included, that it's a full size. And I may really like the full size and not like the sample, and the same goes true the other way. So I like my little small Too Faced mascara as well as I liked my large one. It had to go. It had to go. Anyway, it's cold here. It's one of those days you're just going to be home and be grateful to have a warm place to be. And it's all good. So you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed my spur of the moment video, and you guys have a great day. Thank you very much.